And I hate to be so crazy conspiracy minded. I'm not even so sure Ashley Babbitt is dead. I mean,
there's a clip of a CNN reporter who was stunned by quote unquote brainwashed men charged in the Capitol riot, saying that I'm not even so sure that Officer Sicknick's even dead. Now, Officer Sicknick is the officer who died subsequent after the attack on January 6th. And it just really shows you the depth of how far people in this country are willing to go to protect their hermetically sealed political ideology. Like, I know that's a lot of words, but at the end of the day, they doing the most to protect what they want to protect. They will go. There's no limit to where they will go in order to protect their beliefs. So let's take a look at that clip.
Ashley Babbitt, an Air Force veteran from San Diego, shot and killed by Capitol Hill police.
He's got a gun! Oh, that sounds like a gunshot.
U.S. Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick died from a stroke 1 day after being attacked by rioters. Couy Griffin, like others, cannot accept their so-called peaceful protest led to death, so they deny it.
So let me just ask you, do you believe Officer Sicknick died because of the riot?
I'm not even so sure that Officer Sicknick's even dead.
Couy.
I'm serious. That's how, and I hate to be so crazy conspiracy minded. I'm not even so sure Ashley Babbitt is dead.
Couy.
I mean, who's to say that was? Have you seen anything of her family?
Up until the point where she passed, we lived 2 blocks apart.
The answer is yes.
I mean, I'd say through high school, me and my sister were best friends.
This is Ashley Babbitt's brother, Roger Whithoff. He says he and his 35-year-old sister were very close.
It was weird because we saw it on the news, and it was like, you know, that's my sister.
Anderson, Couy Griffin is not only the founder of Cowboys for Trump and took a picture with Trump in the Oval Office, he's a New Mexico County commissioner. He is so far off the rails, I would dare to use the loaded term, he is brainwashed. He is out there, he still believes this stuff, and others like him, I don't believe Couy would be dangerous, but others like him can and will be dangerous. They are being lied to by politicians who know better, Anderson, but see power and profit in spreading these lies and getting behind them. These are politicians who are putting themselves before their country. It is extremely dangerous. And many people that I used to talk to about terrorism are using the same words, that these are radicalized people who are beyond help. We can't reach them. They just explain the bizarre conspiracies with even more bizarre conspiracies.
Yeah. So they explain the conspiracies with even more bizarre conspiracies. I'm just listening to these folks who they don't even believe people are dead.
Imagine they can't even own up to the other bloodshed that they do at all, where they're killing thousands of people in other countries, where they've killed a lot of our ancestors off. They can't own up to that. So even so, something that happens to with their own hands to their own people, they'll never admit to, ever. If this
And
is
I believe he's David. He's a
local
commissioner. A commissioner. This is an elected official.
Yeah, and he's given. I'll fight Juneteenth tomorrow. He's giving. Donald Trump should still be president. He's giving. Marjorie Taylor Greene is in her right mind, and she's doing the Lord's work.
And this guy right here is the brother of the woman that was killed, if I'm not mistaken. So he's being put there he's having to refute. The elected official does not believe that man's sister is dead. And so he's had to come on to. Exactly.
Where is she? Because we saw her die.
Yeah.
We literally saw her die, unfortunately, because she wanted to fight for making America great again. And unfortunately, she lost her life. I don't see where she would be. where they'll be hiding her body.
I
And
guess she's wherever Tupac and Biggie are, right?
I think of fiction when but they will make fiction true. A lot of these elected officials will come up with conspiracy theories and have their followers believe these things too, right? Things that don't have any support, nothing, no evidence. But what we saw with our eyes, they'll tell us not to believe. And are you shocked about that? Because they do that all the time. They do it all the time.
I'm not shocked by it. I am only shocked by the fact that they can get so far with it. And all the way to the point where 600,000 people are dead. I mean, it wasn't circumstance that when you first joined in the conversation, you went straight to COVID, because we were talking about them not believing people are dead. And of course, the first thing that you would think about right now would be COVID, because these are the same people who either don't believe that number of people are dead, or honestly just do not care that 600,000 people are dead. And so my thing is, I just can't believe they've gotten this far. We've gotten so far with their level of this level of stupidity in our politics that all these folks are dead.
Yeah.
And they still in office.
Yeah, he gonna be in office. You know how they do. I mean, they gonna stick right beside him. That's their man. They gonna stick right beside him. That is exactly what it is down the list. We always see that, and that's why it's our duty. And we say this all the time when we have this particular conversation as well. When these people show their behinds with and feed their constituents lies, and their constituents eat it up. And it's not that you would think they starve from all the lies being fed to them, but no, they eat it up. They're full off of it, and they start walking in that. And it's all because they believe in what their leader is telling them, what the elected officials in their states, in their areas, on their racist Facebook groups are telling them. And that's how we got January 6th. That's how we got the terrorist attack, because they believed in what their leaders were telling them. So I think these are the examples every single time that we talk about it. These are the examples for us to understand that we have the power. It's crazy how we don't. I know Mary was on the show and she was saying, like, it's crazy how we got the power in our hands. We're already empowered. And so, and so did a Representative Park Cannon. She said the same thing as Democrats, but we utilize something else. Like we'll stand in the back and let things happen and then say that, hey, well, we said a few. No, like, we need to know as a people that we have elected officials because of us, in this last election period. And now, and those are important seats. And now that we know that we can do it again, especially with us being in power, we got to utilize that so we can get these crazies out of there. Now, and they're not even crazy. They know that they're talking a mess. We watch the people who run their media feed their audience the same exact thing. And it's not that they're crazy. Just know, if we feed them this, we can keep them all in line. We can keep them hating people. We can keep the division up. We can keep our rhetoric that doesn't make any sense right here, and it'll benefit us each and every time.